In this video for Positive Maths, we're looking at the Junior Cert Higher Level 2014 sample paper. This is question 11 from paper 1. Part of the graph of the function y is equal to x squared plus ax plus b, where a and b are integers, is shown below. The points or 2, 3 and s minus 5 minus 4 are on the curve. Part 1. Use the given points to form two equations in A and B. So the first piece of information we're going to use here is that if we put the point S, so minus 5 minus 4, and then we put the point or 2, 3, into the function y is equal to x squared plus ax plus b, both points should satisfy the equation. So therefore we can substitute minus 5 minus 4 into the equation. So for y, we're going to put in minus 4. So minus 4 is equal to, and then for x we're putting in minus 5. So we have minus 4 is equal to minus 5 squared plus a multiplied by minus 5 plus b. So next we're going to simplify. We have minus 4 is equal to 25 minus 5a plus b. So if I'm going to move everything over to the left, I'm going to get 5a minus b minus 4 minus 25 is equal to 0. And if I just simplify further, 5a minus b minus 29 is equal to 0. So again, we're given the function in terms of x, y, a and b. We're given 2 points that are on the graph. So if we substitute the 2 points in, we'll get two equations for a and b. So our first equation, we have 5a minus b minus 29 equals 0. Now we're going to do the same for the other point. So this time 3 is y and x is 2. So we have 2 squared plus a multiplied by 2 plus b, and we simplify. So 3 is equal to 4 plus 2a plus b. Again, I'm going to move everything over to the left. So I have minus 2a minus b plus 3 minus 4 equals 0. And if I simplify, minus 2a minus b minus 1 equals 0. Part 2. Solve your equations to find the value of a and the value of b. So if we have two equations, like we do, so we have 5a minus b minus 29 equals 0, and we have minus 2a minus b minus 1 equals 0, and we're looking for two variables, so we want to find a and we want to find b, then we solve them simultaneously. So the first step, I'm going to multiply the bottom line by minus 1. So this top line is going to remain the same. And now, by multiplying the bottom line by minus 1, I'm changing the sign of every term. So it's going to be 2a plus b plus 1 is equal to 0. I'm doing this because when I add these two lines now, I want one of the variables to cancel. So in this case, b is going to cancel, and I'm going to find a first. So 5a plus 2a gives me 7a, plus b minus b just gives me 0, so they cancel. Minus 29 plus 1 gives me minus 28. So I have 7a is equal to 28. A is equal to 28 divided by 7, so a is equal to 4. Now that I have a, I take one of my equations, so I'll take 5a minus b minus 29 equals 0, and I'm going to substitute in 4 for a. Then I can solve for b. So 5 multiplied by 4 minus b minus 29 equals 0. 20 minus b minus 29 equals 0. Minus b is equal to 29 minus 20. So minus b is equal to 9. So b is equal to minus 9. Part 3. Write down the coordinates of the point where the curve crosses the y-axis. So in order to find this point, we're going to need our function. So at the start, we are told y is equal to x squared plus ax plus b. But now we've found a and b. So it's going to be y is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 9. If we are looking for the point where it crosses the y-axis, we want to note that everywhere along the y-axis, x is equal to 0. So if we substitute 0 in for x into our function, we will find the value for y. So y is equal to 0 squared plus 4 multiplied by 0 minus 9. So therefore the y value is equal to minus 9. So the point where it crosses the y-axis is 0 minus 9. What we want to notice is that this is the constant in the function. Part 4. Find the points where the curve crosses the x-axis. Give your answers correct to one place of decimals. So we're looking for the 2 points where it crosses the x-axis. So again, we're going to just write out our function. So we have y is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 9. So it's the same idea for this one. All along the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So if we fill in 0 into our function for y, then we will find our values for x. So let's do that first. So now we have 0 is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 9. So we have a quadratic equation. We want to solve it and find 2 values for x. So we could try with our brackets and try and factorize it and then find the roots. But there's something in the question that gives us a clue as to what we have to do. They ask us to give our answers correct to one place of decimals. So what we need to do is use our minus b formula. So it's a minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this gives us x. So the first thing we'll do is identify what a, b, and c are. So a is equal to 1, the coefficient of x squared. B is equal to 4, the coefficient of x. And c is the constant, minus 9. Now we're going to fill these values into the formula. So we have minus 4 plus or minus 4 squared minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by minus 9. That's all over 2 multiplied by 1. So we just have to take it step by step and just be careful with the signs and simplifying. So next line we have minus 4 plus or minus 4 squared is 16. Minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by minus 9 is going to give us plus 36. And that's all over 2. So our next line we have minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 52 over 2. So now we have to split it into 2 parts. So x is going to be equal to minus 4 plus the square root of 52 over 2. And x is equal to minus 4 minus the square root of 52 over 2. So we have minus 4 plus 7.211 over 2. X equals minus 4 minus 7.211 over 2. So we do need to round our answer to one place of decimal at the end, but we keep it to 3 or 4 places of decimals until the end. We don't round too early on. So 7.211 minus 4 is going to give us 3.211. And then when we divide that by 2, we're going to get 1.6055. So we have minus 4 minus 7.211. We get minus 11.211. Divided by 2, we're going to get minus 5.6055. So now we'll round our answers. So one of our x values is going to be 1.6 and the other is going to be minus 5.6. So again, they want us to find the points where the curve crosses the x-axis. So one of our points is going to be minus 5.60 and the other point is going to be 1.60. For more information, visit PositiveMaths.ie, email us at info@PositiveMaths.ie, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching.